Hi, welcome to the Freed Family Farm. I'm Tim, and today is Thursday, May 1st, trying to get a little bit of work done. It's still bright and early in the morning, actually. Not bright yet. The sun will be up soon, but I'm trying to get a little start on some things down in the basement. Seed starting central, of course. And that's starting today with some sweet potatoes. You can kind of see them behind me. I'll show you up close here in a minute. But yep, trying to get some sweet potatoes into pots here as we go and get that started so that we can eventually get them outside and not quite as late as we did last year. So I will take you along. Let's get started. Thanks for joining us today. So there are multiple ways to start sweet potatoes. Our favorite way is actually just kind of to put some soil down in a tray like this, and then you kind of pack it around several sweet potatoes like so. And then you keep it moist. I keep it covered until the leaves are big enough to and start growing so that they're big enough to pot. And here we have kind of how it looks. And you can see I already started some. There were some bigger ones already that I already took out, but I thought that I would show you kind of what we do here. So I have my sweet potato, and I am going to kind of reach in here, and if there is some root, I try to be able to get some root, but obviously like this top one, there's not gonna be any root down in there. But I kind of twist that off there, and looks like I didn't get any root with this one. But then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to bring this over to where I have my pots. You can see the ones that I already started here. And I'm going to bury this down into the soil. I'll get rid of this, I'll pull this leaf off here so that we have enough. You want to bury it kind of deep so that roots can start to form there. Just build up around it, and then of course I will water this down, get it really moist so that the roots will start to form and try and get into that. So I'm not sure exactly how many sweet potato plants we want to do, but I think that I'll be able to fill up this tray today and then kind of see where we go from there. Yeah, sweet potatoes, we really like them as our family. We have found that they haven't sold super well at markets and such, but we do include them in our CSA, where we have weekly food or bi-weekly food for people who have paid in and joined as members. But yeah, so this is kind of how we do it, and you can see what I did. There's some sweet potatoes. Excited. They are so fun to grow. I love how they kind of just take over a whole area, and then if you weed it right at first, then you don't have to do much weeding after that. So we'll keep you posted on these. We'll get these in the garden at some point too, but for now, they're just gonna work on getting some roots down into the soil in these pots here. Well, hi there. I am now at the garden, and plan of planting some strawberry plants today to kind of fill out the rest of the row so that our strawberry plants kind of match the rest of the width of the rows of the garden. I've got about 20 plants today that I think I'll try to get in. But I came to check out the strawberries, and I was just checking on them before I get started with planting, and look at this. There are strawberries all over the place. Look at that. These are growing. So, needless to say, I am excited about that. Obviously, the plants that I plant today, we are not expecting to get any strawberries from this year. But we will, hopefully, get some next year from them. Usually, kind of what we do is we try to capture the runners from our strawberry plants in after they've produced fruit, And then in doing so, we will then get more plants. What I do is I kind of put a pot out, and then I move the pot right by the plant, and when there's a runner, I stick the runner down in there, and it grows into a new strawberry plant. But at this point, we do not want the runners because we want them focused on producing their fruit. So what I'm gonna do next is, do you see, here is a runner. And so this right here wants to become a new strawberry plant. And that is great. We love getting new strawberry plants. We're going to use them, but not yet. Because we want these plants to focus on producing the berries at this point. So I am going to go through and cut off all of these runners before I plant our new strawberry plants. I'm excited! Okay, so now I got all the runners trimmed up and pulled a bunch of weeds. Now I am ready to plant. I am ready to plant some more strawberries. So here we go. I cut the weed fabric with an X here. Some people burn holes. I found that it's hard to get a big enough hole when I do that. As far as, you know, big enough to get these big plants in. So I'm gonna dig though. Down in here. You wanna dig a little bit deeper, of course, than your roots are gonna go, so that there's room for them. Dig our hole here. Then we're gonna get the strawberry, kind of get it out of the pot here. And these have been in the pots, I would say probably too long. You can see the roots here. They've been in too long. I put them in, I started them as runners last year in the summer when they were going and forming runners. But we didn't get them all planted. So these actually survived the whole winter in pots outside for quite a while. So I'm gonna kind of rustle up these roots a little bit here. I'm gonna try and get this down in the ground. And you want the soil to be able to be loose. But with strawberries, you don't want to bury them any further than the soil level where they are. And that's, you don't want to bury that crown there. We're gonna bury up to that point. And I'm gonna get the weed fabric kind of back up around it here as much as we can. Then we've got a strawberry plant. All there is to it. Now I think I'm hoping to do 18 here in this section today. So that's what we're gonna do. And then I'll show you when we're done. All right, check it out in a minute. Okay, I actually got 21 more strawberry plants planted in today. So these again, not going to go for this year, as we're already seeing berries forming on the other plants, but these are going to go for next year and get us some more. So that brings us to a total of 90 plants in our garden, 90 strawberry plants in the garden. You can see the rest up there, and kind of continued the rows. It's a little off center because of how we had to do the weed fabric, but it'll be all right. So those ones down there further will be getting us strawberries, hopefully a lot of strawberries this year. And then we're adding to our total with 21 more for a total of 90 plants. It has gone really well. I'm super excited. I love berries and fruit and the things that we can grow from that, and love making jam and all sorts of fun stuff. So I'm excited to have lots of strawberries and continuing them for our CSA as well as for my family and myself. So after planting those strawberries, I decided to try and take on a little task I've been hoping to do for a while, and that is to start moving some of the raspberry plants that we have. And so I'll show you here again just a little bit, but I planted 6 raspberry plants here, and we'll see, these are the red raspberries. This one's a little bit smaller than the others, but that's all right. These are the red raspberries, and I got them from clear up there in the back corner. And I dug them up just now, and then I walked them down, and I planted them. And it's not all that I intend to do here right now, but it is all that I'm gonna do today, as I am out of time for the day. But 6 plants here, and it looks like I'll probably have room for 10 to 12 more maybe. And so we'll see how this goes, see what I think as I go. But yeah, so 6 new raspberry plants, red raspberries. I still will have to do more with the black raspberries, but that's another time. And we'll kind of keep working on these as I get time in the garden to do those. But now for today, Thursday, the 1st of May. Wow, May, crazy. For today, this is all that I've got to do today, as I am going to be headed home now for the day. So thanks for watching. Hopefully I can come back again tomorrow and do a bit more gardening, as we see what the day holds. Thanks for joining. Well, hey, it is Friday, May 2nd, and plans, well, we've had a busy day. I have a friend who works for DNR, who is cleaning up an area, and they said he's got a whole bunch of cattle panel that they're just getting rid of. In one of the areas they were doing some work and cleanup, and so I went, it was about 20 minutes from our house, and got that. And then, well, first I had to go to another town to borrow a trailer from a friend, a different friend, and then we went and got that. And so and then we drove it out, and then we went back to the garden and picked up a couple more cattle panels that are there. And then we're out at my grandma's farm again. Like I said in my last video, I think, we're doing our tomatoes out here at grandma's farm, out in the country, and just beautiful, beautiful area here. But yeah, so you can see, I'll show you here a little bit what we did, but we got a whole bunch of cattle panels, nine panels. And then we went back and got 4 more for a total of 13. That'll be for the 13 rows that we have here. And so, yeah, so my dad has been here helping me out. He came, helped me hook up the trailer, helped us load it up. So 4 of us loaded it up. We've got 2 of us here to unload it. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so this is going to be able to help us really expand our tomatoes this year and kind of see as we continue to grow in that. But yeah, so we've made it. We made it out to the farm, and no major issues. I'll show you the setup here. So what we had done is it was just DNR property out in the country. And we this trailer is only 8 foot, and the panel is about 16 foot. So what we did is we kind of looped it around, back and up, and then we got 9 panels from there to do it that way. And then went to the garden, just my dad and I, and we loaded 4 more up on top of the trailer here, and we kind of wired it down. Hopefully we remember everywhere we wired it down before we start taking it apart. But yeah, so that's it. We're excited. Big day. All right, we got it all unloaded. Good to go. You can see there's 13 panels here ready to go, and we'll set them up hopefully sometime next week, and then after that get the tomatoes and peppers in and going. So yeah, it's more work than we were hoping it would be. So we're kind of tired and panting, but it was good. It was good. We got it all set up, or ready to set up here. Gonna have to try and find some T-posts now to get that in. So, all right. Thanks a lot. Okay. It's now Monday, oh shoot, what is the date? I don't know. But it's Monday, and I did not get out to the garden much over the weekend. And so I just wanted to do a quick little clip here to wrap up our video. But yeah, I went to a plant sale on Saturday. Didn't sell quite as many as we wanted, but a good start to selling some of our plant starts. Our tomatoes were big sellers. Our gold medal tomato was kind of the biggest seller. So yeah, so it's encouraging to see there were a few other farmers there who selling their plants, and that's good. It's encouraging to see other people starting gardens and getting out there and doing these things too. Several people like, hey, this is my first time, and things like that too. So that's fun. Just came out here this morning and watered. It's almost 6:30. And I have to sub today, so I will not be in the garden today. And we'll see about tomorrow. I should get sometime tomorrow, but we'll see. But yeah, just kind of moving forward with our stuff. You can see behind me here are our potatoes. Those are really looking good here, right there. On the other side, those are the strawberries. Those are looking really good. Some seeds have been coming up. Turnips, beets, radishes, of course. What else? Green onions, I just noticed today, are just finally sprouting. So we got some things happening here. I'll show you those in another video sometime. But yeah, just wanted to kind of do a quick close-up. Thanks for joining us at the Fried Family Farm. I hope you enjoyed the video. And yeah, let us know what you think. Have a great day.